Hi everybody. Today we are going to make the scallop potatoes. Many of you have seen people purchasing these and you asked what's so great about them. So first thing we're going to do is get a dish that goes in the microwave. I like this big glass dish so nothing comes out over top. We're going to pour the seasoning in to 2 cups of milk. You can use any kind of milk that you have. Alternative milks work too. I've done that before. So 2 cups. Let's add 2 cups. And then you add the seasoning, and you're going to pop that in your microwave for 5 minutes. And then the sauce is ready. And this is why I love these scalloped potatoes. I'm not standing over the stove stirring my milk, making sure it doesn't burn. This I just pop in the microwave, don't think twice about it. So we're going to put it in for 2.5 minutes. We're going to give it a stir, and then we're going to pop it in for another 2.5 minutes. So I'm just going to use my little whisk this up. So what do you like with your scalloped potatoes? I'm going to make a ham. Ham always seems to be on my agenda when I'm having scalloped potatoes. So ham and scalloped potatoes, and then I have some broccoli that was on sale, so I'm going to steam it for my vegetable. All right, so there it is all mixed up. We'll stick that in the microwave for 2.5 minutes, and while that's in there, we're going to prepare some potatoes. So you need 3 pounds of potatoes. 3 pounds of potatoes. So this bag that I purchased at the store is 5 pounds, so it's a little over half. Now I will tell you, I tend to use more potatoes than it calls for. I love scalloped potatoes, and I will use this for my supper, and then I'll feed my littles with it. So I have a mandolin to cut my potatoes. Now, I don't know about you, but a mandolin terrifies me. It has the sharpest blade here. You have to be super, super careful, but there is a guard. Make sure you use the guard. So I'm going to put my potato on and quickly slice it. I don't like using the mandolin when I'm recording because I'm scared I look away and I slice my finger. I've already had a cut from a mandolin when it was in the wash. Okay, so I just want to do that up. And I like this because it just slices the potatoes so thickly, but you can take a knife and you can cut your potatoes. Okay. Got one more potato to do. I already did most of my potatoes ahead of time. So how many potatoes would it take? I think I've done 6, maybe 7 medium-sized potatoes. You probably need a good 5. Like I said, I like to add to it. All right, now, this recipe does not call for onion, because there's onion, I bet you, in the ingredients. Let's see. Cheddar cheese, flavor, cheese, salt, buttermilk, onion, cornstarch, inactive nutritional yeast, garlic, sea salt, parsley, and black pepper. However, I really like the taste of a real onion. I like having the contents of a real onion, I should say. So here's my mandolin. While I'm talking, I turn it upside down so I cannot cut my fingers. Super, super careful with that. Okay, so my bowl is full of potatoes. First thing I'm going to do here before putting them in is I'm going to grease my dish because they will cook and they will stick to the bottom, and to help make it easier to clean, easier to get the potatoes out. And I might have way too much potatoes here, but anyway, there's my potatoes. And we're doing this while Hallie sleeps. I think she's sleeping. She just made a noise. Okay. So the other thing I'm going to do, like I said, was add an onion. Let's check that onion's soft. I might have to get another one. Check that sauce. We're going to give it a little whip. Put it back in for another 2.5 minutes so that it is thick. Stir it up. Another 2.5 minutes. 2. Your oven is on at 350. This does take a while to cook in the oven so that everything is okay. My onion, see, my onion's a little on the soft side. I'm going to go grab another onion. my new job for anybody that didn't know. All right, so I got 2 small onions. You can put 1 in. You could use onion powder, whatever you want. Now, I did read, if you open up an onion close to a water source, it will go to the water source and not in your eyes. And I also believe it's got a lot to do with how fresh your onions are, as far as I'm concerned. I know garden onions can be really hard on the eyes. Okay, so we have this onion peeled, ready to go. Now you can slice it with your knife. I'm going to use the mandolin, so it's like come out in rings, as in thin rings. You can do the same with a knife. Okay, so we'll just slice that up. Who likes onions in their scalloped potatoes? Is there anything else you have in your scalloped potatoes? Now you can make these into potato gratin. My potatoes there are just turning a little because they're sitting out. They should have had some water in them. I'll get it done. I'm just super nervous of this mandolin is what's going on. Okay, I can feel that onion in my eye. Whew. We need to have a glass of water to see if that made a difference. All right, so there's my onion. That's all done. I'm going to take my mandolin and I'm going to set it aside so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Upside down in my sink. All right, so what you're going to do here is you're going to layer your onion and your potato. And then when your sauce comes out, you're going to put the sauce on top. So just layer your potatoes. Ooh, that onion is right in my eyes. Ooh. All right, just layer it. There's my sauces all ready. And see, so as long as it takes you to cut up the potatoes, your sauce is ready. In the microwave, you're not stirring it up. It's a really good tasting sauce. I'm going to add some SPG to it to just give it a little more bite. I like the taste of the salt, pepper, garlic on it. Now, there we go. It's a pretty good layer of potatoes. We're going to pour some sauce over that. All right. Let's get our sauce. Take this bowl and we're done with it. Oops, that did come a little bit. Oh, it did come over my container. All right. So there's my sauce, and it's nice and thick. Give it another stir. All right. I'm going to add some SPG to it, as I said. This is by far one of my favorite spices. One of the most popular that people ask for, usually in sets of 2 because they go through it so fast. All right, so put that in. All right, so we're going to pour that. It's hot. Pour that all over your potatoes. Put in at least half of it. Then you're going to do your last layer of potatoes and onions. Make sure you get some onions in there. Lots of potatoes. Lots of onions. Now, you might find like you have too many potatoes if you're like me. Like I said, I love having lots of potatoes, and I always find there's tons of sauce. Like it goes in the oven and it boils up and it covers up the potatoes and they cook so well. And it, like I think I told you, you can make this into a potato gratin by adding a cup of cheese on top. And I'm not going to because we're going to have this with ham. But if I wasn't having it with ham, maybe I was having it with sausages or something, I would use cheese. Okay, let's use a scoop to make sure we get all the sauce out. So then we're going to add the last of the sauce all over these potatoes. I want to wipe it right out so I get every bit of it. And as that cooks, you can check on it. Now you're going to put it in the oven, and I believe it goes in uncovered. You could make a couple layers of potatoes too and do a third of sauce. I'm just going to do the 2, which will be fine because my dish is so big, our big rectangle dish. All right, what's it say? It says bake covered. So you're going to put it in the oven at 350 and bake it covered for 40 minutes. Then you're going to take it out, give it a stir, and you're going to cook it uncovered for another 40 minutes till the potatoes are nice and soft. And that would be good. That is your scalloped potatoes. Super easy, nothing to it. And when do you add the cheese? Yeah, and you can add a cup of cheese now if you want to. Make that into a potato gratin. Okay, everybody, that was my class today. Oh, and I want to mention, I also have going in my slow cooker, and to remind me, my slow cooker is sitting on the counter right now to remind me tomorrow morning to throw in a pork loin with pulled pork. I went to the store and they had pulled pork, but they had small ones. Here's mine. For under $10. This is by far one of the best things to buy. You only need half of the seasoning in this package, and that will make you at least a meal or two, depending on who's at your house, and great pulled pork sandwiches. And I love to have that thrown in there. They're quick and easy for the kids to grab out of the fridge, and the kids can make themselves anytime a pulled pork sandwich. So that is my class for today. I hope everybody enjoyed it. And please let me know who is interested in a freezer workshop. I am finding the best recipes, and I have freezer meals in my freezer right now, and they are fabulous to be able to go on Sunday and think, what am I going to have this week? And I can grab 2 bags. They're all made, set them in the fridge, they defrost, I throw them in the crock pot or sheet pan, excuse me, and I can have them that week, or any week that I'm busy or I'm not home, I can tell my husband to grab one, or my sons, and they can make it up. Anyway, I want to do a freezer workshop. I have one recorded already. I've just come across some more recipes, and I'm so excited to do it. So please let me know and join me in my workshop. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching, and please invite friends to come see this if you think it would benefit them too. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful day.